Okay, more arturia demo time. I brought out the sparkle. Sparkly? Yeah, sparkly. You know how it is, you know. Arturia. Oh, I guess a message just arrived. MIDI controller. Oh, talking like Australian, yeah. Talking like a pirate, or we can talk like a pirate if you want. Not on? Nothing. Yes, I was just checking out a YouTube on how to install Catalina on an unsupported Mac, because I like to muck around with things. I'm into software and hardware hacking, but realistically, if it does the job, why bother to do any further? The hammer works, mate. You've got, you know, the old judge's gavel when you need to do some judging, and a rubber mallet when you need to do, I don't know, test your reflexes or something, I don't know. And if you're aching, well, then you go for a Thor with it's got copper on either side, you know, the copper hammer. And then you've got this one, a bit of a shifter. And then you've got the Go Fast red one. Alright, what is going on with this guy? I'm just making a point. Oh, then you got the mini little rubber hammer. I'm just making the point that the right tool for the job, depending on what you want to do. And there's no point being a fanboy or fangirl or fan person or fan collective of any particular thing if it cannot do everything. And I don't think anything can do everything, except we can, within reason. So we use the right tools for the job. So even though I've not been a fan or favourably speaking of Macs before, I was speaking out of ignorance because I never really tried them before. And so we've got this mid 2009 MacBook Pro with only 4 gig of RAM in it. I have swapped it with a little 120 gig Kingston solid state that I had laying around from its default hard drive. And it was dead simple to create a what am I talking about? Yeah, a boot drive to am I recording? Yeah. To boot that and then restore from my time machine backup that I did, which, I mean, there's next to nothing on here anyway. All I've got is the Arturia software you download from their website. Is it Arturia or Artura, whatever. It was installed real easy, works real well. So this is now the right tool for the job. Here was I thinking, oh, it's got to be Linux because I want to be Linux purist. Oh, Linux only, get rid of all my Windows. Well, no, there's still a few things that actually does require Windows in our household. There's still lots of things that Linux does really, really well. And of course then there's the Xboxes and that kind of stuff that everyone wants to use, their PlayStations and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right tools for the job. So now, I think my problem was with iPhones. I detest iPhones. Absolutely detest them, even though I've got, I've got this, that and the other that I like to experiment on. And the whole looking into Apple IDs and golly, trying to, when the system works well, it works really well. When it doesn't work well, it's just a source of utter frustration. Anyway, I want to be more music than playing with IT now, so I said this 2009, how long ago was that? 14 years ago. Wow, about 14 years ago. It's still workable as is, out of the box. Screen looks good. Oh no, I'm probably helping increase the values of old laptops, which everyone's going to hate me for now that wants to actually get one, and everyone who wants to sell one is going to go, great, yes, increase the value. There is value in these old things, yes. Well, this one was good because it still actually has USB ports, a FireWire, a real network cable, can take a card, even has a DVD burner in there. Whereas when Apple in their wisdom, when they went air and all that kind of stuff, they reduced the women's storage and had no peripherals, and it's like if you want to plug more than two things, well, one thing into it, you had to go and get a flipping docking thing in there. It was a waste of time anyway. Yeah. So, old that is strong does not wither and all that. Get on with it. Let's test the stuff. Right. Unfortunately, I've had to unplug my mouse. I'm a mouse addict. It's either Xbox or mouse. I'm not really into. I'm still learning. Was it gestures or gestures? And now I'm discovering they're pretty cool. When you can do that sort of stuff and for scrolling and all that. It's like, actually, that's not a bad invention. I wish I'd discovered that like 10 years ago. All the rest. Anywho, there is some good things I've already discovered because I've only been really exposed to these properly-ish in the last couple of days. And I'm more impressed than not. To the degree I'm like, why did I wait so long? Well, I can tell you why I waited so long. flipping tribalism. That's what it was. Tribalism put me off. It's like, yeah, that's like, ugh. Yeah, and I fell into the same trap. Tribalism. Yuck. Don't be tribal. Let's be all together. You know, tribalism to me is like, a prime example of this would be like, the corporate box at a footy game, where people think they've got it made if they've got to a certain income level and they've got access to the corporate box and the alcohol and everything else, and then all the, you know, the things put on, usually paid for by a taxpayer or ratepayer expense, to be the footy game, and it's like, and everyone else is outside the corporate box and, you know, serving of them because they've got it made because they're the kings and queens or something like that. What a load of rubbish. I come from a point of view of, we're all sailing the ship together, and to sail the ship together we need the engineer, we need the person up the crow's nest, we need the captain, we need the first mate, we need the person on the anchor, we need the person on the ropes, we need the, especially need the person in the galley. Golly. In fact, on watches, everyone takes all sorts of jobs. We sail the ship together out of the safe harbour, out into the wild ocean to do the thing, to go to another safe harbour. We all work together. And no one is more important than the other, because anyone fails in their job, the ship may founder. And that's the idea, is to upskill and bring everyone up to a level, as opposed to us versus them, which seems to happen with the whole corporate executive situation. That it befouls the world, and it doesn't bring happiness to the execs, and it doesn't bring happiness to the people under the execs. Anyway, enough of the waffle. So my point of view is that I was tribal, and as a result I've missed out on the benefits that Macintoshes could bring. So, mate, live and learn. It's taken me nearly many decades to get to the stage. Anyway, let's see if this stuff works. Let's load up the hour Sparkle drum machine. So she loads. Ooh, is it going to load? Woohoo! Come on, come on, come on. Blinkety, blinkety, blink. Oh, hello, hello. Spark controller connection successful. Anyway, oh, let's get our cheer up at the same time. Oh, here's a test. Here's a test. Which one should we go for? Oh, one that I haven't tried. Toy, blinkety, blinkety. Come on, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I've got a web page open where the YouTube's paused, and now I'm loading a couple of things here. Is it going to get here? Oh. Not very loud. I'll get a speaker on this. I'll get external speakers on this later. Well, oh, what have we got here? Love and happiness. How's that? Oh, harpsichord. Oh. What does this do? Oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this anyway. I haven't really ever got it going before because it was too frustrating under Windows, and I never got it under... What am I doing touchscreen? Bad habits! Do a spats wakey wakey. Come on, man. Right. More tea, Vicar? The sparrow giggle here. Oh, what? Oh, Berlin Electro. What's this? Oh, this is the drum machine. Oh, I don't even drive the damn thing. I've never got the stuff. I never really had to play around with it because it was too frustrating to get to use it. So this is called an arturia sparkly. Yeah. Ooh. And it runs off a... let's see if it connects now. Oh, this is a track. Oh, flashy lights. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's all the kits. And I want to load... oh, how do you do this again? Oh, Analog Labs. Well, let's go for a... I'm hoping for an old flipping DX7. Oh, remember the yummy DX7s? Oh, they're wonderful. Oh, come on, loady. Thinky. Oh, wheel goes round and round. Ah, there we go. Oh, that was what I did before. Oh, I don't know. Lifelike Love, what's that one? It's a mix. Ah, lost it. Oh, when I loaded it, I can now drive it from the Sparkle. Oh, well, there you go. Let's go back to kit. Well. This is how the clueless approach. I guess it loads. No. Got Betty Davis eyes. 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 What the? Oh, overplay. Hey, it doesn't matter what you play. Look, Mum, shiny. Anywho, next up is to install this into El Banjo Lagur. The old one, where'd the old one go? The old one kind of died. Oh yeah, here it is. I had it held together with, oh gosh, bits and pieces, and it was slipping all over the place. So, draw this out. Oh, look at that. You can see the neck strut in there. That's going to go in there, and I can get this one up and running again. Oh, fun, isn't it? Anywho, MacBook Pro 2009, mid 2009, seems to be running, oh, I haven't tested this yet, running the Arturia stuff really well. I just need more USB ports, so let's drop the sparkler, and, oh, pretty lights, but there's nothing programmed to it, so it's a MIDI launch pad. I need to get my door running and all that kind of stuff next, but pretty happy with what we've achieved so far in such a short time. Oh, I like that. AI has taken over. Pump up the jam, pump it up. The machine's taken over. Isn't it good to be alive? Let's keep waking up, folks.